Hey guys, whether you're an at-home woodworking hobbyist or a seasoned professional on the go, I'll tell you why the KM Tools Benchtop router table and the 3x3 custom router jig is the best thing you can get for your money. The first of this innovative little package that you could buy from kmtools.com is the KM Tools Benchtop router table. Not only does it have to compete with many other affordably priced router tables out there, such as Bosch, Rockler, and the likes, it also has to live up to the expectations functionally. At first glance, the KM Tools router table is a bunch of inexpensive slabs of particle board put together, machined on a CNC, and thrown together and sold as a package. Just like in the software programming world where developers build tools and then other developers build on top of those tools, like layer on top of layer, KM Tools has really hit it out the ballpark with this router table. Not only because it's just a router table and a really good priced one at that, but it's really innovative for what it is supposed to be. So what is it supposed to be, you ask? It's supposed to be a lightweight router table with a small footprint that you can move from point A to point B without feeling frustrated. Clearly this is not the over-engineered heavy duty, heavy as a freaking rock, flat as the earth, benchtop router table that you can get from some high-end manufacturer. This is a humble, well-engineered, lightweight router table that is made to move, it's made to be flexible, and it's made to get the heck out of your way when you're working. Integrated into the system is a 3x3 custom router jig, which I'll eventually make another video on at some point. But the 3x3 custom router jig fits into it perfectly, and then when you're done using the router table, you pop out the router jig, you stash the router table away, and you're ready to go to your next operation, whether it be with the router jig or just put everything away. If you're confined to a limited workspace with limited floor space for equipment, then you really need to get things moving so you can move on to your next project or operation. Even for any higher level woodworker, if you're going out to the field to do something at somebody's house, you're working at somebody's house, this is a machine that is really useful because it's portable. And so if you ever had to work out in the field, it's a pain in the butt because you have to not only load everything up, but then you have to pull everything out of the car, you have to put it on the floor, use it, put it away, bring it back to your shop, and then unload it. And so if this was any bigger than it needed to be, then it would be a big pain in the butt. But at this size, and at this weight, since it's made out of particle board and plywood, good quality plywood at that, it's Baltic birch I believe, then it would just not even serve its function. It pops together fairly quickly if you know what you're doing. Once you figure out what everything is and what it's supposed to look like when it's finished, it's pretty self-explanatory. The way KM Tools designed it is amazing. It just fits together perfectly. I tried to watch the installation video on KM Tools website, and Jonathan KM, I'm just going to say that because I don't want to say the whole name. He made a video. I didn't get any instructions in mine, and I think it would have went a lot faster if I got instructions. But I tried to watch his video, and he produced it kind of like his YouTube videos, which is cool, but not for me, you know what I'm saying? Just give me like a step-by-step. And so it's so funny because I left like a review on his website, that said the video sucks. So KM, Jonathan, KM, if you're watching this, I apologize. I wrote that out of frustration. But I mean, the tool is really well designed and it's really well machined. The tolerances are very tight and everything installed almost perfectly. The only one thing I had is that I had to use a file to file down the opening where the acrylic 3x3 custom router face plate, whatever thingy, sits at. It was a little tight, and so it made the acrylic bow. So I had to fiddle with that a little bit. But I mean, we're talking two different products here, designed by two different people. So there might be a little bit of issues. But I mean, the KM benchtop router by itself, beside having to fit the acrylic faceplate, was amazing. And it's modular, so it's well designed, and then you could modify it as you see fit. And so a few things that I'm gonna modify can be done quite easily. It's nothing super complex, it's just a really well thought out design that works really well in tandem with the 3x3 router jig. Again, the 3x3 custom router jig is a beautiful tool by itself. So now that you could leave that tool, the acrylic pieces, on your router and at the same time quickly transform it within literally 5 seconds into a functional router table. I mean, take this thing off the shelf or wherever it's stored at, put it on wherever your work surface is at, plop the router in with the 3x3 custom router jig, all in like, did I say 5 seconds before? Like literally like 15 seconds realistically. That's a beautiful thing. So it's one of the best tools I have right now because of its flexibility. I mean, it's small, it's easy to put together, you can modify it, it's lightweight. Now if you're done using it, just toss it up somewhere where it won't get in your way.